Good afternoon, my purpose driven inspiration family. Good night, good morning, good day, wherever you are in this world. Welcome to another purpose driven inspiration session. I have a great topic for you guys. But as you are coming in, I would like for you to like, share, and subscribe. Share it one time. I want to talk to you guys. So while I am sharing this topic, how is your day going? Is everybody having a good day? How is it going for you guys? I hope that it is going excellent because we are in a new year. We are in a new year, and I'm just so happy about it. I'm happy. I'm more so in a grateful mood today. I really am. I'm just grateful for this opportunity to be alive and well. First of all, to be alive and well. And also, I'm just a great opportunity to talk to you guys as well. So, I want to talk to you guys simply about what is your truth? Can you tell me what your truth is? I'm going to break it down to you in just a second as I share this with you guys. But we're going to talk about our truth, my truth, your truth, our truth. So, I was thinking today, actually, about as I was younger. Hello, Kevin. Good afternoon. Well, good night, because I know you're over there in the UK. So, good night to you as well. But I want to talk to you guys about my truth. So, from when I was younger, how I got introduced into this podcasting. First of all, doing a podcast is something that I couldn't even phantom myself to do because talking to people has not really been my thing. I've always been like on the back burner a little bit. I like to be behind the scenes. So from when I was younger, I've always been the, quote unquote, shy, timid type of woman, type of person, type of girl. And then I was just like, when this idea came to me, I'm sitting here because I pray a lot. And I'm like, why is this opportunity being presented to me? Because I don't even like to talk in front of people. When I get in front of people, I get a little bit shy. My family know me. I'm more of a soft-spoken type of person. But I realized that there's something that I needed to talk about. There's something that's on the inside of me dealing with women and children and stuff that I think that it really needs to be shared. And in order to have this platform, I got to do something that I've never done before. And as the opportunity presented itself, as I began to be presented with this opportunity, I began to be like, well, how am I going to conduct this? And there's some things that's on the inside of each and every. What is the gift? What is the idea? What is the opportunity on the inside of you that you're afraid to bring forward? What is trying to intimidate you in your mind? What is the doubt and the fear that's trying to hold you back from saying what needs to be said? What's holding you back from your gift, your dreams, and your aspiration? Think about that. So I began to say, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Well, my thing is, from when I'm gonna talk to you all because this is just like my diary, and you guys it's like a family to me. But my main thing is the thing that's been holding me back. Sometimes fear will come on the inside of me and it will present itself as I'm being shy, but really it's a false persona of being shy, but it's something that wants to keep me from speaking and talking because it's a gift that's on the inside of me from when I was a little girl that I felt the need to share for people that are different, people that are peculiar. I've always been drawn to people. They will call them kind of like the rejects, which I don't call them rejects, but I call them peculiar, people that are different, people that have different dreams and ideas, but that they're not your average people. They're not your average people that's in suits and ties. It's not people like that. I've been drawn to people that you wouldn't really talk to. And I said, okay, because they're people that I can relate to, people that are different, people that think different, people that have different ideas and aspiration. Those are the people that I was drawn to. So I said, okay, I think now is the time to talk about what tried to come up against me from when I was a little girl. And from when I was a little girl, I dealt with a lot of rejection, a lot of rejection. And I dealt with abuse as well from familiar people, friends, things like that from when I was a little girl. And I always wondered, I dealt with this thought in my mind, like, why is it that I'm not accepted? Why is it that people don't want me around? Why is it that I'm dealing with the same thing? Why is it that people try to do the things that they do to me? I'm just somebody that I want to love you right. And I want to feel loved too. And because of that abuse from when I was younger, because of the rejection that I dealt with from when I was younger, as I began to get into my teens, I began to sit back and just think about, like, maybe if I be quiet in this corner, the attention won't be on me. Maybe if I be here, I won't cause any confusion because I've been dealing with this abuse from when I was younger, not from my mom. My mom been great to us. My mom has been the best mom there is, but from people that was around me, I dealt with that. And when I dealt with that abuse, I began to get into relationships with people who I had to build up because of the pain and the hurt. And I just want to help you because I wanted to feel that help from when I was younger. So I began to repeat this same cycle into my relationships. People that I want to help build. I want to see them succeed. I want to see them prosper in all areas of their life. But really, they were broken people because I began to get in connection with broken people because I was broken myself. I began to get in connection with people because it's like a mirror image of who I was on the inside. People that were broken, people that were lost, people that had abuse, because that was my identity. And I began to connect with those type of people. But the problem isn't that I want to love them. The problem is when you're in connection, sometimes people will take your kindness for weakness, and you begin to repeat that same cycle. And when you repeat that cycle, it's a curse, a generational curse of you being stuck. So that cycle continues to go on in your life because you have not identified the problem within. My truth is I wasn't able to identify that problem, or I wasn't able to confront it because I walked around in fear, intimidation, and I began to sit back on the gift that God placed on the inside of me. I began to sit down on that gift because I don't want to talk. I don't want to be in front of people. I don't want the spotlight because you know why I didn't want to talk in front of people because I didn't want to do more. I was comfortable in my comfort zone. So as I begin to choose different relationships as well, I began to choose different people because I was comfortable in the area that I was in because it didn't require me to do more. So I began to date on the level that I was on, which was not the level that where God wanted me to be. So it became that same repetitive cycle. That I could be with this person because I'm comfortable here, because I don't have to do more, because I don't have to speak in front of people, because I don't have to use my voice, the gift on the inside of me. I don't have to sing. I don't have to witness to this woman that's been through abandonment, rejection, molestation, abuse. I don't have to talk to this woman because I'm comfortable here. So the problem wasn't other people. The problem became me because I began to be comfortable in the area that I was in right then. So as I began to allow fear and intimidation had nothing to do with other people, but it was a spirit that was trying to keep me back, keep me bound. The problem was me. I could no longer blame other people. The problem was me. I was in my comfort zone. I was comfortable being not recognized. I like to be in the background because then I don't have to do more. I like to be in the background because I don't have to identify the problem. But now today, as I begin to not identify the problem, I began to be unhappy in the area that I was in life, where I'm at right now. I began to be unhappy because I'm not achieving the goals and the aspirations and the creativity that's on the inside of me. I began to be unhappy because now this dream is saying, I want to come forward. You have the gift, you have the ability, you have the permission to do so, but now you're staying stuck in this comfort zone so now you're unhappy. Now you're settling for a relationship that I did not give you. Now you're settling for a relationship because it's comfortable. I told you to aim for more. And when he told me to aim for more, I began to, now I'm saying, yeah, okay, now I get it. And as I begin to say yes to the opportunity and identify the problem was I allowed rejection and abandonment or abuse to intimidate me and hold me down. But now that I recognize the problem, it's no longer nobody else. The problem is it's other people that's holding on to. First of all, we all are assigned to different people in this world, whether we know it or not. So whatever you've been through, and you are not a mistake. Whatever you've been through in life, you are not a mistake. But it's your testimony to bring others out. Whether it's abuse, whether it's molestation, whether it's an addiction, it's to bring others out. The problem is our mind becomes the enemy's playground. And when our mind becomes the enemy playground, the enemy tell you you're going to always be this way. Nobody's going to accept you. Nobody going to want to be around you because of your problem, because of your addiction, because of your issue, whatever it may be. But sometimes we got to cast that thought down. I may not be, so what? It don't matter about the naysayers. It don't matter about this. And sometimes I could be my biggest critic and doubt because of me. I no longer blame people, but it's me. I have the gift and the ability to bring women out. I have the gift and the ability through God to allow women to say, if I can make it through rejection, if I can make it through homelessness, if I can make it through abuse, whatever it may be, then you can too. I know when you look at me, it don't look like I've been through that. I know when you look at me, you may think, oh my God, what has she been through? But you don't know my story unless I share it with you. And I got to open up my mouth and tell you that you can make it through it. No more excuses. But now is the time to identify your truth. What is your truth? There's some of you that has a book on the inside of you that needs to be written. There's some of you that's great in poetry. There's some of you that's great in singing. There's some of you that have the gift of gab, which I don't. But some of you have the gift of gab, which means talking to other people, drawing them in. That gift is on the inside of you. So now it's time to use it for your story. Use your story for his glory. Don't ever let nothing, fear, intimidation hold you back. You can be your biggest critic if you stay stuck. And if you stay stuck in a position that you're in, you're not going to be happy anyway. So yes, it's not going to be easy. So yes, you're going to feel like, oh my God, it's a lot of work to do. Yes, you might be the first person in your family to do it. But guess what? It has to get done. Because whether you know it or not, the gift and the call that's on our life, God's going to allow your children to do what you don't do. He's going to allow it to do it because his word shall not return unto him void, but it shall accomplish what it set out to do. So why not get it done? Why not make it easier for your children? Why not say, I'm not going to allow this generational curse to go on to my children? Why not say it stops here? Why not say no more procrastination, no more staying stuck? I'm going to achieve that goal. I'm going to write that book. I'm going to do poetry. I'm going to start that business. I'm going to be all that I can be. Yeah, I'm a little weird. Yeah, I am, but I'm going to be weird and while I'm doing my gifts. It's okay. There's some peculiar people that can identify to you. You're different and you're sought out to be different. You're supposed to be different. You're sought out to be different. You're sought out to be drawn to a different crowd. Stop trying to attract the same crowd where God didn't tell you to do it. Stop trying to please people who God didn't tell you to please. They're not going to be able to see what's on the inside of you because it's not their time to see it. It's other people, it's strangers, it's people that you may not even know that's paying attention to you. Those are the people that you got to talk to. When you're going to the grocery store, when you're going to the car lot, when you're taking a walk, when you're taking a jog, wherever you may be, those are the people that's looking at you. Watch your thoughts. Watch how you conduct yourself. Watch how you do it. Do not be quiet. If something is on your mind to say something to that stranger, then say it. If you ain't going crazy, it's something that needs to be said. You never know where you could be at. You could be traveling. You could, you can witness to the pilot. You could witness to the passenger on board. You could be on a train, on a bus, wherever you may be at. There's people that's holding that needs to hear your testimony that you made it out. But the whole thing is you got to come out. You got to come out from this comfort zone. You got to come out from no more procrastination, no more excuses. You got to come out from where you at because the call, yes, it's weighty. Nobody said it's going to be easy, but it's for you. It's for you to do it. So that's why you might feel like I'm not really accomplishing what I need to accomplish. I'm a little bit unhappy where I'm at. You're a little bit unhappy where you're at because now it's time to come up. Now it's time to do more. Now it's time to do it. Ask for direction. You already know what you need to do. Ask for direction and get the work done. But now is the time to tell your truth. Whatever it may be, that you need deliverance from, whatever it may be that you need to talk about it, whatever it may be. Now is the time to tell your truth. And I'm going to have some of you come on and we're going to talk about much, much more. We're going to do a My Truth, What is My Truth series. And I'm going to talk to many of you. If you want to inbox me, whatever it may be, you want to talk about your truth, we're an open book, no judgment zone over here, but it's the time to talk about your truth so that we can be successful, so that we can just have a peace of mind, so that we can identify what's going on, because we got kids. We don't want nothing to go on to our kids that don't need to go on. We want to accomplish the goals and the dreams that's been placed on the inside of us, because it's something that we need to do. So let's get it done. Let's talk about our truth. Those of you that are just tuning in, you can share it. Make sure you subscribe and like our channel. We're going to come every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Coastal, 12 noon Postal, maybe 9 a.m. on the other side by California somewhere. But we're going to come every Wednesday, sometimes some Monday. It depends on what it is. But make sure you hit the notification button so that you can be able to tune in and chime in. Thank you to those who came in. I just wanted to drop that short nugget with you. This is the first half of this series of What is My Truth? So let's go. Let's accomplish these dreams and these goals and pursue our purpose. Matter of fact, let's accomplish our purpose. Now is the time to do it. Thank you all for tuning in. I just wanted to drop that short nugget with you. Thank you for tuning in to the Purpose Driven Inspiration. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening.